With rapidly increasing technology innovation and integration in our society today, the use of artificial intelligence is becoming more prominent in our everyday lives. Metro Globe Network's Audrey Widodo spoke with Vice President of Engineering and Research at Google to understand the potential impact artificial intelligence can have in addressing global societal challenges.
Indonesia continues to promote digitalization and growing digital literacy while ensuring sustainability. Google has developed a range of AI products and technologies to contribute to achieving this goal in Indonesia. These include flood forecasting and the Environmental Insights Explorer.
Today, I'm joined by Yossi Mateus, Vice President of Engineering and Research at Google, who is a leading expert in artificial intelligence. So my first question is, AI has the potential to address global societal challenges. How have you seen the integration of AI into our everyday lives over the years, and what level of impact has it had?
I think that we're going to see that in many aspects of life. Already we start seeing that. In fact, one notion that I like to think about the potential of artificial intelligence is something I would call ambient intelligence, where actually the use of AI is something that just integrates seamlessly, and we actually don't pay attention to that. So, for example, I'm really think about removing language barriers. We can already have translation, that people can actually consume information across different languages. And now we can actually even do that cross modalities, exchange voice with text, text to voice. This opens up all these opportunities for people that actually, for some, it can be life-changing, transforming, especially those with challenges of visual or hearing challenges. And for all of us, it's actually kind of makes the entire notion of access to information and communication something that is becoming more seamless. So we start seeing some of that. Now, of course, there are many aspects that we can see AI also in our daily life. Anything from our, organizing our photos in our phones, to helping out in search, to helping out in navigation, transportation, and the list goes on and on and on. And of course, there are all these aspects of life that, if you think about healthcare, is something that we should all care about. It's another aspect where AI is going to have transformative impact, which I'm really excited about.
What are some examples of AI technologies that Indonesia can benefit from, and what kinds of sectors can be targeted, and what has already been done?
So, of course, the opportunities are everywhere. We're here. There are two efforts that we're really excited about announcing today that are about use of AI to help address problems in the context of climate crisis. So one is the use of AI to help reduce the carbon emission and at the same time also reduce pollutions. This is a project that we call Greenlight, that we already ran a pilot in various places in the world, and we announced that we signed an agreement here with the government. This is actually a first of its kind in Southeast Asia. The idea behind it is that you could use artificial intelligence in order to help look into the traffic within intersections and make the traffic light scheduling better, and thereby actually reduce the carbon emission and air pollution. It turns out that a lot of the carbon emission in the cities is from cars actually waiting in traffic lights and being idle and also advancing and stopping and all that stuff. And it turns out that actually by using analysis of data without any sensors or any infrastructure, we could actually get a better improvement. So, for example, recently the pilot in intersections in Hamburg, Germany, where we saw 10% reduction in carbon emission because of this change of scheduling. So this is one example for something that I think has a potential. And of course, there would be other potentials out there to do. Another effort that I'm really excited about, also related to climate crisis, but rather than about how to mitigate a climate crisis, it's something that already happens, which is about using technology to help predict floods. So this is an effort that we've been running for a few years now, trying to look into the question, can we use AI technology and other technologies in order to be able to alert people on floods coming their way before they actually arrive? Because floods are deadly. They have 6,000 casualties per year globally, And there's estimate that in Indonesia, 1 in 4 persons is actually subject to flood risks. And it turns out that you can actually use technology, a combination of taking satellite imagery and taking a combination of using machine learning models on the what we call hydraulic modeling and inundation modeling, and make predictions that, according to our experience, can be we can sometime alert 8 hours or more before floods actually arrive to a place. And just imagine if somebody could actually get a reliable warning and take action, that could actually help save lives. So we already have that in various places in the world, and we're really excited about a partnership which is first of its kind in Southeast Asia, where we actually have flood forecasting, looking into how to collaborate with the government and look into the possibility of providing flood forecasting for Indonesia. So this is another imminent opportunity here. Beyond that, when I think about, I mentioned earlier, health. When I think about the healthcare system, there are so many opportunities. I'm overseeing a team at Google called Health AI, which is about how to use AI to help address some opportunities in the healthcare system. For example, today I discussed a little bit collaboration that we have on using a protocol, or as an SDK, we call it SDK, which essentially using the Android Fire SDK, which essentially is a protocol or a system that allows to support various applications in the healthcare system, so that developers do not need to deal with all the underlying infrastructure and protocols and everything. They can actually focus on the real problems and provide those applications. So one example that we discussed and actually met here today from the Summit Institute of Development, where they're having this application called Bunda that helps women to have a safer journey through their pregnancy because they have an app that can actually support them. So this is an example for using technology in general. But when you think about the opportunities to use AI also to help with the like of cancer screening, or helping people prevent blindness, something that we already have working in various clinics in India and Thailand and other places in the world, based on years of scientific research. So I see these are examples for many other opportunities of using AI to actually solve societal problems.
For the future, what are the biggest challenges for technology innovation and integration in Indonesia and globally?
I would say that I would touch on 2 points here. One is, in order to deploy and integrate and bring those technologies to use, obviously, many of them do require partnership. Many of them do require to address a situation where it's both a question of partnership, but also in a way that the various rules and protocols and regulations are kind of adapted to that properly. So I think that's one way in which globally there can be better how to help entrepreneurs, developers, those who develop the technologies to actually come into the systems and make them advance their incorporation. The other opportunity that I see is the question of, I think that one of the fascinating aspects of this technology today is that it's available for many, practically for everyone to use. So for example, today with cloud technologies and with the fact that you have AI libraries that everybody could actually use. For example, on this app, I saw one of the startups here on display here, they showed me how they develop an app for accessibility, where they used a camera in order to look, say, at the bill, and it would read aloud whatever is there. And they were just using a so-called API library that knows how to look at an image and read and tell you what it sees. They did not have to develop it on their own. So the power of using many of these technologies is now available more and more. So I think one of the opportunities is how to create more skills, bring more people to be able to have the skills to be part of this development and using this technology to solve problems. And also how to enable more startups and entrepreneurs to actually do that. So really excited about the programs that we have here in Indonesia. The Bangkit program, which is about skilling and taking now moving to 9,000 people, which creates new opportunities.
Audrey Widodo and Mohammed Zuhal for Metro Globe Network.